Welcome back to Bronze League Heroes. In the bottom right, it is Demangelo. And in the top left, the most fearsome of all players, chrono boosting that probe and deciding I don't know where he's going. But somehow they're going to meet. Anyways, it's Cuddle Bunny. You've seen Cuddle Bear, now see Cuddle Bunny as both players desperately try to figure out where their opponent is by process of elimination. There are two barracks on the high ground from Demangelo. Cuddle Bunny looks to be interested in cannon rushing based on the two probes. Though, without any high ground vision, this is possibly an ill-fated endeavor. But we all know, especially in the Metal Leagues, cannon rushing is not so much about the actual effectiveness of a cannon rush. Just ignore this. It's not about the actual effectiveness. It's about the mental damage a cannon rush does. So many times, I get questions like, Winter, how do you defend a cannon rush? Or like, I got cannon rushed, and I don't know how to defend it. And really what happened was cannons were within vision range, and then a mental breakdown ensued. Like these cannons, they don't actually hit anything. But will they hit the deep corners of Demangelo's mind? That's the question. Now, what is this? What is this? Cuddle Bunny, he remembers the SCV, but he's not on attack move, so he probably didn't notice unless he has the minimap DLC. Meanwhile, he's trying to get high ground vision with a probe. The thing is, the Marine should be able to outrange more cannons. The probe technically scouted the base, but this is why we attack. Oh, trap him in! Trap him in! Trap him in! Trap him in! Raise the depot! What am I watching? Oh my god, the depot. Okay, well, Demangelo more than happy to just amputate the front side of his base, which is perfectly fine for him. Wait, did the probe find the probe? Let's go to the Cuddle Bunny action cam. Okay. All right. Wait. Whoa! 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 What is that? Oh!
Who does that?
Another cannon rushable base. Unfortunately, Terran buildings can fly. So while we're slowly teching up, yep. It's going to be another cannon rush. That probe, you deal with the probe. You deal with the problem. Down it goes. Demangelo, well experienced. Wait, he's going an interesting direction with the base. Also, it's maybe time to point out the clan tags. Did you know your profile name cannot have numbers, but your clan tag sure can? So we have Z3RG7V up against XQC. QXC? If you remember QXC, what was the nickname? Oh my god, it's been so long. He still letters somewhat. I remember he made like a board game company. Or like, at least he made a board game that sold pretty well. That was his thing. I remember him. Anyway, so is it time for the Planetary Rush? I like the reactionary Planetary Rush from I say this casually, but Demangelo has now built an engineering bay and has decided, well, how do you like it? Your buildings can't fly. So that seems like a major design flaw. Meanwhile, Cuddle Bunny action cam. Wait a second, that's a command center! No attempt made to stop it from landing! The Planetary, he starts a depot for dramatic effect. And he cancels it, also for dramatic effect. And a turret for even more dramatic effect. The probes, desperately trying to get that SCV, but the SCV just giving them nothing to work with. A void ray begins. Oh, the SCV's still alive! Every second counts. Well, now that technically the Void Ray itself can kill it, More units are coming up. The Void Ray can kill the Planetary in a very technical exchange of you can't hit up, and now you cannot fly either. So he retargets onto the Stalker for maximum splash, and now he's going to go for the starport. He's building SCVs, which can, of course, build turrets, but that's a little up to... I don't know where he's going. He's going to build a turret in a very interesting location. Will the Void Ray be drawn away? The Planetary itself. He's going... Stargate versus... Planetary versus Stargate versus Void Ray versus Planetary. The ultimate duel. Who will win? Who will lose? I mean, there is a Void Ray, but there's a mule repairing. The Planetary wailing on the Stargate. Chrono Boost might get this Void Ray out. It looks like the Planetary, with the mule drop, by the way, might just be enough to repair. Oh, but the Void Ray, distracted by the turret. Down goes the Stargate. And the turret, he slaps he cuts the ribbon, and suddenly he has to microwave. Now the probes are vulnerable. One knocked off the map. Not many are in range. Oh, the Void Ray charges up again. The SCV isn't repairing. He's not targeting the mule. It's been working overtime for its entire short life. How long can he repair for? Now he's finally targeting SCVs. Apparently mules don't warrant targeting. Will he be able to repair? Another mule is dropped. Does he repair long enough in order to kill the Nexus? That's the question. Now there's 3 SCVs. He's going to build a turret. This will be the only Void Ray. Here's a Stalker. He's targeting SCVs. The Planetary still racking up the kills. It's got 12, mostly probes. He goes back. He goes back for it. Prismatic alignment is back online. The mule targeted down. This might be it for the play. He drops it on the mule. He goes for the save. The mule needs to save it. He's losing so much. The Planetary targets the SCV. Mule's holding on. Prismatic alignment, extra damage, but he goes for the mule with it. And then the turret. He goes for the SCV. He can't make up his mind. The Planetary's burning. And so the Nexus is nearly dead. The Void Ray barely micros away in time. Are there any more mules? He needs to repair the Planetary. He does. But does a Void Ray outdamage a Planetary? Yes. The answer is yes. The Nexus lives.
What a save!
Just a handful of Planetary slams away. He has shield batteries, but I'm not entirely sure he's qualified to use them. Meanwhile, another Nexus has been built. As the great duel of Void Ray versus Planet... the three-way duel. Like the memes of the Void Ray, the Planetary, the turret, the SCVs, the mules, the Planetary, the Void Ray, the mules, the SCVs, the turret, the Void Ray, the turrets, the SCVs! But DiMangelo, other than that attack, has turrets and not much else. Before I forget, I want to take this time as we have a little bit of a lull in the action. Stealth Duck, judging this replay worthy of our eyes. If you don't think so, it's his fault. If you do think so, go ahead and enjoy the cast. Like and subscribe. Meanwhile, a tank starts to break out. Oracles are the choice. He wanted a unit that could die more reliably to turrets, and damn right he found it. The high ground. The vision is not there. Meanwhile, there are 2 Void Rays, a probe, another probe, an Oracle. But there are Marines, which are strong enough to contest most of these things. The cannon rush, the mental damage was great, but the Planetary almost turned it all around. Not many times does a reactionary Planetary rush have a dramatic effect, but this was one of those times. Fleet Bacon. For maybe a mama ship. +2 air weapons. Which does not affect oracles, by the way. Their attack is spell damage, which is even better. Another command center. 3 turrets. Some starting to look very like the TPM, of course, is a little awkward for the timing, but 3 tanks, a clutch of Marines, 14 Marines. Not enough to reliably kill what's on the field right now, but dangerous. Especially since it looks like Cuddle Bunny is going to attack from every angle except directly at his opponent. 2 Tempests on the way. Now that's a curveball. Tempest, one of the most units that exists of Stargate units. It's decent at killing things like battle cruisers. It can kill Marines, has great range. But it also... Oh, of course, you're not allowed to attack with it. It's illegal to attack with tanks if they're not siege. Oh, if he goes for the pylon, it's too late! The Tempests are out! Oh, wait! He gets it! The Tempest was 99% of the way there! The other one is not microed away! And suddenly the Tempests are down in this Stargate. It will never see the light of the day. That Tempest, dead on arrival. Or never arrived. But the probes have something to say about this! The oracles are heading back. Marines are trickling across the map. A few more zealots are warped in. The oracles might be able to clean things up. The probes tanking for the zealots. And the tanks tanking for the Marines. Meanwhile, though, the Void Rays, did he recall? He recalled back the Void Rays to make sure this army was crushed. And it was. He lost a few probes, but still maintains the lead. The oracles are still activated, which, turn those things off. You're wasting energy. Okay, Mom. Wait, did he turn him off? Yeah. Speaking of Mom, I feel it. I feel it in my nerve cords. Any moment. Let's go to the Cuddle Bunny action cam. Oh no, we've lost him. Where is Demangelo? Demangelo. 6 shield batteries to reinforce the attack. This is a bold play. What did you see? Demangelo. What did you see?
Command center upgrade complete.
Gateway coming through.
Oh.
STV ready.
Windows Update claims another. He tried to stop it. He was alt-tabbing desperately, but when Windows wants to update, who will stop it? A surprisingly concise ending. Now, do I think it ended here? It is Bronze League Heroes, so you never know. But it does seem likely that Cuddle Bunny is on a trajectory towards victory. Not impossible, but this is a story of what might have been. Well, we got 13 minutes. Were we robbed, or was it just right? It's not every day you get a successful, to an extent, planetary fortress rush. And for that reason, I think, over on YouTube as well, you might be seeing this. If so, like and subscribe, and thank you to SouthDuck for judging it. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bronze League Heroes.